The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. I love you. I praise God for you. And you know I put you on my prayer list. Because, listen, I was listening to y'all yesterday morning. Y'all need some prayer. That was crazy. But thank you so much for being who you are. Listen, today's song is by the incredible Tasha Cobbs, in which she is basically saying, God, fill me up. I love that right there, because the good news is the God who is above you wants to live within you in such a way that you were filled with the presence of God. And that's really what I want. I want to be filled with God's presence, because once you are filled with God's presence, as you every day wake up, God, fill me with your presence. Fill me up with your presence. It's really, here's a good example or illustration or metaphor, and that is, if you have, here it is, a balloon that is filled with helium. Do you know that balloon can soar? It can rise. It can go places because of what it is filled with. I like that right there. Whereas if you just blow up a balloon and it's filled with air, that balloon ain't going nowhere. Why? Because what it is full of determines where it can go. And I'm simply trying to say, when you are filled with the presence of God, when you are full of God, guess what happens? The good news is you're full of God's presence. You're full of God's power. You're full of God's peace. You're full of God's joy. You're full of God's faith and hopefulness. And here's the good news I give to everyone right here, and that is, when you begin your day with the prayer, God, fill me up today. Fill me, then you'll have God's wisdom. Fill me, and then you'll have God's discernment. Fill me, and then you'll have what God is. And when you have what God is, it empowers you to be the best you that you can possibly be. And isn't that what life is all about? I'm just trying to be my best self. And when you are your best self, it's because of who you are full of. And my prayer is that God will fill all of us up. Y'all have a blessed day, because you know you can be full of God. Hallelujah.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Thursday, May 22nd. Here's what's happening in the news. Breaking news overnight. 2 Israeli embassy staffers were shot and killed outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in D.C. The suspect, now in custody, shouted, "Free Palestine," during his arrest. Now, police say he was seen pacing the area before waiting for a group to leave, then opened fire. After the shooting, he went into the museum where security detained him. The Israeli ambassador says the victims were a young couple on the verge of getting engaged. In other news, President Trump turned his meeting with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa into campaign theater, claiming white farmers are being targeted.
They're being executed, and they happen to be white, and most of them happen to be farmers. And that's a tough situation. I don't know how you explain that. How do you explain that? They won't even report this. If this were the other way around, it would be the biggest story. Now, I will say apartheid, terrible. That was the biggest story. That was reported all the time.
Was it? Ramaphosa clapped back, saying farm murders are under 1% of killings and that land reform works just like U.S. eminent domain. It's legal, reviewable, and not race-based. But since Trump had the nerve to bring up apartheid, here's a little context, y'all. Since 1990, about 1,000 white farmers have been killed. But under apartheid, there were over 7,000 political deaths, 100,000 plus jailed, many without trial, and 3.5 million black South Africans forcibly removed from their homes. A lot of today's unrest has ties to apartheid. And FYI, most land is still white-owned. Oh, and Elon Musk, whose family benefited under apartheid, had a front row seat at the table yesterday. Y'all, what is going on with Hawaii? A flight from Honolulu to L.A. had to make a whole U-turn after somebody wrote, "There's a bomb on the plane" on a bathroom mirror. No injuries, but passengers had to deplane, get rescreened, and rebooked. This comes 2 days after a passenger was arrested for a fake bomb threat on a Hawaiian Airlines flight from San Diego to Hawaii. The FBI is on it. No word on who left the mirror message. For info on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Halliburton. He'll take it. He'll backpedal, a three for the win, and goal! He got it!
What?
Come on, man. I don't know if y'all was watching the Indiana Pacers Knicks game last night. They pull off what may go down as top 3 best fourth quarter comebacks of all time, down 17 points, scored 20 points in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. The Indiana Pacers, behind sharp shooting by Aaron Nesmith, man, he had like 6 3-pointers in a row. He was 8 from 9 before long distance. Of course, Tyrese Halliburton hit the circus 3-point buzzer shot that would have been the game winner, but his toe was on the line, so it ended up being only 2 points. Forced overtime, then they won that thing in overtime, man. Golly.
Man, that's crazy.
Let me tell you something, man. That was and then Halliburton was gave the Reggie Miller choke sign. Remember back in the day when Reggie Miller gave him like they choked?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that boy's clutch.
Come on, man.
That boy's clutch.
Yes, it is. We got more coming up, man. I got more to talk about this doggone series, man. But Brat, you got the hot spot coming up next.
Yes, I do. Chris Brown is out on bail, and I got the details up next in the hot spot on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is time for the hot spot. Let's get it done. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh, Chris Brown got on out of jail yesterday. He was granted a hefty $6.7 million bail in London, court stemming from the 2023 alleged assault charge in the UK. He posted a message on social media saying that he was heading from the cage to the stage beginning June 8th. His breezy beau will reportedly not be affected by the legal drama. Before being granted bail, Chris was originally slated to appear in court on June 13th, but he is now able to hit the road through October alongside Janae Aiko, Summer Walker, and Bryson Tiller. So I'm glad that didn't affect his shows or him having to go through all like refunding people and having people upset because they be looking forward to it and they paid all the money for the ticket. So I'm happy he can still go do his thing. All right, y'all. The 8th day of the testimony in the Diddy trial is done, and prosecutors are still trying to go hard on the racketeering charges against Diddy. Yesterday opened up with Homeland Security Investigations agent who detailed more about a raid on Diddy's home on Star Island and a search that turned up guns, ammo, drugs, lube, baby oil, sex toys, and lingerie. Some of the guns held prosecutors proved that the RICO case against Diddy is definitely happening because some of the serial numbers on the magazines were scratched off. Next up was the witness. She was a psychologist. Her name was Dawn Hughes, and she testified about reasons why victims stay in abusive relationships. And then third and final witness to take the stand was George Kaplan, and he was a former executive assistant for Diddy who testified about setting up the hotel rooms for the freak-offs. Lord have mercy. Prosecutors again seem to be trying to prove the criminal enterprise, that's what Diddy is actually running, a criminal enterprise. And today, y'all, the trial continues with rapper Kid Cudi. He is expected to testify. He was supposed to testify yesterday, but I don't know what happened. Things got switched around, and he's supposed to testify today, so let's see if he shows up. He could help prosecutors gain major ground if he has evidence that Diddy blew up his car. Now, how do you have evidence of that? Like, you just in the house and the car blow up?
Cameras?
Oh, maybe some text messages or something.
Yeah.
Something leading up to that.
Why didn't he show up? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's what I was wondering too. I was like, Lord, is he? I'm hoping he's still alive.
Right.
But he is.
Yeah, or maybe just afraid. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if he's, getting a few calls or a few messages like, don't show up. But I don't know if Kid Cudi's cut like that to be like, scared.
Yeah.
So, All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. I will keep y'all posted on everything in the Diddy trial. And for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at SoSoBrat. And don't forget to watch Save of the City on TV One tonight at 8/7 Central. So hit us up for them wake-up calls, y'all, at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. Comedian extraordinaire, Special K in the building. What up, K?
What up, Rick? I need y'all to make sure y'all follow your boy on Special K913 on Instagram for more of the insanity that you're going to hear right now. So today, Alfredas.
Yes.
I'm talking to the smart people today, so I need you to get ready.
Okay. Let's go.
Notice I only mentioned you.
That's me.
All right. I got thoughts you ain't never thunk. Questions that nobody can answer, even you. Let's start with this one. What color is a mirror?
Yeah.
Good point.
Is it illegal to say hi to your friend on an airplane if his name is Jack?
Hi, Jack.
Oh, no.
Can a tolerant person tolerate intolerance? How come you only have a lap when you're sitting down? What happened to it when you stand up?
Good question.
How about this one? When does now end and then begin?
Now and then.
Because now is right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but now is then.
All right.
Right.
Because it was now, but now it's then.
Yeah.
If a tomato is a fruit, wouldn't that make ketchup a smoothie?
I mean, when you put it that way.
Why is it called cargo that's transported by ship, but a shipment if transported by car?
Wow.
Good point.
That's deep.
Come on now. If you decide to be indecisive, which one are you?
Well.
You must smoke some good weed to come up with all this.
I took 3 Benadryls. If you write a book about how to fail and it's a bestseller, did you fail or succeed?
Exactly.
Hey, Rock T, if Tomb is pronounced, if T-O-M-B is pronounced tomb and W-O-M-B is pronounced womb, then how come B-O-M-B isn't pronounced boom?
It's bomb.
Gotta be careful what you say, though. I was talking some the other night. I didn't even know I offended some people, bro. Did the joke about the LMNOP community. I didn't know nobody was mad till I got outside. It was 3 gay dudes laying on my hood. Soon as they saw me, they went off. Say what you said. Say what you said. Well, do the joke then, say the joke. Say what you said. Say what you said. Say it. I scratch you. I was like, oh my God. That's the only thing that scared me was this little hand. Say what you said.
Say what you said. Carlos Miller, y'all.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. In season 16, y'all, of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby, Miss Drew Sidora, y'all, they said this girl spent nearly every episode, y'all, every episode on the defense, honey. Now, they're saying that she's defending herself in court, y'all, from her estranged husband, you know, as they navigate a messy divorce. And they say she's also been defending herself, y'all, against Miss Portia Williams, who is convinced, y'all, that Drew is having an inappropriate relationship with Dennis McKinley, which is the father, you know, of Portia's daughter. Now, they're saying that the divorce will work itself out eventually, but when it comes to Portia, they say Drew feels, honey, that things are being misconstrued. Now, during a recent episode, y'all, of A Reality with the King, honey, she explained, y'all, that she believes that Portia is definitely using her for a storyline. She said when Bravo announced that Portia was returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 16, she said everybody assumed that, oh yeah, we're going to see her now a new life, honey, with Portia and Simon Guobadia. She said then the news dropped, honey, that they were divorcing. Plus, y'all, Simon said he did not, honey, want her to bring cameras into their beautiful mansion. Now, they're saying that the restrictions from Simon meant that Portia needed to pivot, and, y'all, that where Drew comes into play. Now, Drew is a big mess, and I like both of them. They both used to be good friends, but they say on The Reality with the King, Drew theorized, y'all, that Portia used her and Dennis, y'all, to make up for her own lack of a storyline. She said it, honey. She said, I don't think that the fans are buying it from Portia. Drew said. She said, I think Portia y'all was brought here to give a life and a story that she wasn't able to deliver. And so that is the reason my name is brought up in every scene, every episode, every moment, even in her confessions. I don't believe Drew said that. I mean, because it's just a sad thing. And I say, Drew reiterated y'all that her relationship with Dennis has been professional rather than romantic. Drew noted y'all that he's not her type because she prefers biceps and bellies. At least biceps over bellies, honey. She said, either way, honey, Drew argued y'all that Portia knew about her working relationship with Dennis. She said, and quote, I think the fans are seeing it. The fans are really smart, Drew said. She said, like, I can say that this season that the people can see what is really, honey, happening with Portia. And I had a conversation, and I told her about me working with Dennis. Now, Brad, we watch Real Housewives.
Oh, Lord. It just be too much.
But, I mean, I don't believe...
I can't watch it either. Make my nerves.
Why even go... I guess they have to talk about each other on the interviews and stuff. Like, everybody just talk about y'allself. Like,
if they didn't do that, they wouldn't get the ratings.
It get messy, and I just don't like it. Mm-hmm. I don't like being friends with people. Then they get all mad at each other. Then you got to damn near pick a side, and I don't want to pick a side, and I don't want to. Then you can't tell the person you talking to the other person, and then you feel fun. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah, cause
it's too much.
Because Brad, you have that certain kind of relationship with her. I like them all, and I tell them, "Look, girl, you did this, and then da 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 da." And so like
messy, cause you messy.
No, I'm not messy at all. I mean, but Ricky, come on, you just got to come on now, Portia. Come on,
and we love Portia, but then I don't want Drew talking about Portia, and then Portia don't.
But then start talking about it, then you get dragged in it.
Portia don't really be talking about Drew, I don't think, except on the show. Like, I don't think outside of the show they doing interviews. I don't know. It's just, I hate it. Drew should just talk about her relationship with her husband, her ex-husband, and all of that stuff. That's her main storyline, I think. Let's focus on that with her, and then Portia can talk about her stuff. Like, I'm just tired. I hate it. I'm starting to get like Ricky and hate it.
But then walks in Shamia. What about her? I mean,
oh Lord, it's just too much. And I thought they made up.
You thought.
Oh Lord.
So we just gonna keep all parties lifted up in prayer. Y'all just keep watching the show.
I was happy because they made up.
I know, but
then some went left.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
So, but it's very interesting though. But I mean, it's just very interesting. But they make a good check, honey, and they do good TV because I mean, Ricky, I have to watch some.
A check ain't worth losing your good friends though.
Well, yeah, no. But then they say once, well, they're your good friend.
Oh well.
So, I mean, after church, I have nothing else to do, so I got to wait till Real Housewives come on. I got to have something to watch. For my external stimulation, so honey, watch the Real Housewives.
Not your external stimulation.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Here goes another Brad friend. Tiana Taylor, honey, she has firmly denied that her ex-husband Iman Shumpert's accusation that she violated the terms of their divorce settlement by sharing private details online. Now, Ms. Taylor hopped on Instagram Live, y'all, after social media users labeled her a gold digger. Now, during the live, she broke down what her financial contributions were during their marriage and revealed, honey, that she was the breadwinner, honey, for most of their relationship, honey. Now, Ms. Taylor denied Shumpert's claim that her post caused him financial harm or damage to his public image and that she withdrew their daughters, Junie and Rue Rose, honey, from school without reason or blocked Shumpert, y'all, from picking them up, honey, on April the 17th. Now, Iman also accused Taylor, y'all, for making racially charged remarks in front of their children, but she refuted, honey, his claims, calling it a contemptuous violation. That Shumpert's camp suggested that Taylor was intentionally damaging his relationship with their daughters. But in her filing, Taylor claims his story a complete fabrication and asked the court, y'all, to dismiss his competition in full. So, it's amazing, Rick. I don't understand how y'all all people be in love, married, and all happy today. Then when the divorce come on, when you're trying to separate, it becomes a mess. I just don't understand it. What happens to the love?
Yeah.
If you were getting along, you wouldn't be getting divorced, probably.
Yeah.
But
they're just messing like that. And now if it's two people that don't want to be together and they are friends and they are cordial and respectful or whatever, you can split without all of that. It don't take all of that. Just depends on who you're divorcing.
I know, and I know that Tiana tried to remain quiet for everything. When everything got out, it's because his people put it out. and then it just really got all messy. She was trying to keep it private. She didn't want everybody all in her business, and now she has to speak out to defend herself, which I think is unfair because a lot of the things that he's saying, I know for a fact, are not true, and he's trying to make her look bad, and I think that sucks. Like, she's a good mother. She's with her children all the time. She does everything with them and for them, her and her mother, Nikki. Like, I hate it. I hate all of this mess, Gary.
But what happened to just staying together?
If it don't work out, some people ain't meant to be together. So you try, and if it don't work out, then you got to go your separate ways in order to maintain your sanity.
Yeah. Do y'all have to pay to go to court?
You got to pay for everything. You got to pay for lawyers. You pay for court. Yes, you pay for everything.
Sure. But we just going to have to work this out, honey, because I'm not going to pay all my money.
It's cheaper to keep her.
Exactly. That's why he wrote that song. It's cheaper to keep her. So, I mean, and y'all got big old houses. Y'all live on separate wings of the house over there, y'all.
What about when you run into them in the kitchen?
Yeah, well.
Some furniture moving.
But you can live on separate wings if you're living on the wings of love.
Now, Glory. That's right, y'all.
The clouds the only way to fly.
That's right. He said it. On the wings of love. The color today, y'all, is bronzo. On the hand, you say bronzo, and on the lawn, you say beautiful olive. That's your color for today, honey.
That's a beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with the 10 if you would. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got the wake-up call and get at me 866-9-RICKEY. Here we go.
Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together.
Get it together.
Come on. Hey.
Come on. Wake it up.
Hi, this is Brenda Wilson calling from Cleveland, Ohio. I would like to wake up my church family, St. Mark Baptist Church, my girlfriend Ray Etta, Teresa. Wake up, wake up, wake up. We love you, Ricky.
Love you.
This is Birmingham calling for Big Juicy in Orlando, Florida. Wake your ass up.
This is Betsy Thompson from St. Pete. I'd like to wake up everybody at my school. Wake up and wake up, wake up.
Yeah, this is your boy Lamar from Palmetto, Florida. I want to say wake up to my family in Dunedin, Florida, the Robertsons, and to the Nightmares in Palmetto, Florida. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Come on.
Miami, wake up. Seattle, wake up. In Detroit, wake up. Come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louis, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. And Memphis, wake up. Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, I appreciate that, Brett.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, I'm really excited this morning. I have a big announcement.
Okay.
I started, in the true story, I started a beehive. Got a beehive.
Yay.
Because I have flowers. I have a lot of flowers. I have a lot of plants. And I'm proud to be an owner of a beehive. So what happens is you get your suits. You get your bee suits, like the white bee suits that you put on.
Yeah. You ain't got nothing else to do.
They start out. Listen. You start out with 5,000 bees.
Are you out of your mind?
5,000 bees. But listen, hold on, Brett. Hold on. They pollinate the flowers, and there's a shortage of bees in the area, and the flowers are not being pollinated.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, well, you need to get some goddamn chickens or some cows. You got a whole lot of land. You can get some hens. All them beavers you be killing, you can catch them and have beaver kids and have them build a dam or something.
Okay, so what the beavers mess up your flowers. All your crepe myrtles, all the flowers and stuff that's in the beavers chop those down to build the dam. They will come and damage your yard to build the dam.
Ricky, you can get anything. Why you want to deal with some bees or some insects?
But listen,
I looked it up. He's right.
Yeah, they are sweet, kind, gentle bees.
Exactly. How the hell do you know? They ain't like pets?
You thinking about wasps.
Yeah.
Those are not wasps. And then let me tell you this.
You got kids. They not going to like no bees.
Don't go. The beehive is over there, and as long as the beehive facing south, they have to face south.
Now the beehive.
But every time.
Oh, God.
But why is it that every time you try to give black folks information or something they don't know, y'all just be against?
Don't play with bees. We don't want to have nothing to do with bees. We got stung before back in the day. You don't want to get.
Those are not. You got stung by a wasp.
No, but bees have stingers.
Bees keep wasps away, and they pollinate the flowers.
Yeah, bees, honey. We need the honey, Brad.
Yeah.
Don't you like
And then they
sweetness?
produce
We got
fresh
no
honey.
sweet sitting right next to me. Well, you is the honey.
Oh, my
okay?
God.
But I need to be pollinated, so that means the bees need to pollinate me.
I don't know
Get stung.
I don't know what's the purpose of this conversation. I'm
Okay,
trying to
but
sit up
you
here.
got to buy a whole suit. You got to do all this
Yeah.
stuff. Ricky, you already got a garden.
Okay,
You're
all right. You have a
gardener.
son, right? You have a son, right?
I do.
You got a baby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go and get honey out of that
I
beehive.
can go get honey out of Publix.
Okay, but you get honey out of the beehive or whatever, and your baby is not going to be sick.
But my baby ain't finna be running from bees either.
The bees are not attacking. They go in and out of the beehive to pollinate.
Yeah.
And then that would get you closer to
Don't be
Beyonce.
an astronaut. Go do something else. You want to wear a suit? Go to NASA. Why you have to mess with bees?
Because we need a bee. I mean, come on, Brad.
And that brings
I
us.
can't even
and
see
Gary,
you around the beehive.
Gary,
You're going to be running doing
don't
a
they
windmill.
don't they get us closer to Beyonce? We
Yeah,
have your
because
own beehive.
Exactly, because Beyonce is bae, so you got the bees, Brad. Come on, honey. And we need the bees.
Now,
honey.
hold on,
So-
Gary. Alfred, can you give us any kind of factual information about the beehive?
Yeah, I looked it up. Bees boost the health and yield of fruit, veggies, and flowers. You're going to notice like a big glow up in your plants. You get your own, as he said, a fresh honey plug that's organic.
And Brad, you do
no
landscaping.
additives,
You do
no mix-
landscaping. Go ahead, Alfreda.
It's good for the environment. You're helping save declining bee populations, as he said.
Yeah.
That helps the whole ecosystem. Bees are major players in food production, biodiversity, and they're therapeutic.
See there?
Beekeeping can be peaceful
Get you some
and
butterflies.
meditative.
But get you some butterflies. They're beautiful.
Nobody want no damn butterflies.
Nobody want no bees. People are scared of bees.
Y'all
Bees-
scared of bees.
Black people scared of
You're
bees.
damn right. So your ass is black. You's a black ass. You should be scared of bees too.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Checking it off. Mix going down with John Lion on the ones and twos. What up, John?
I'm good, man. You don't know, just had to wake the whole city up, man. And of course, hit me up on the gram at JAH Lion Sound.
JAH Lion Sound. Hey, appreciate you, big dog.
My pleasure, man. You done, though.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, y'all. Karaoke going down tonight, y'all, at the Dania Beach Improv. You don't want to miss that, man. I don't know if it's sold out, but shout out to DJ Bear. Man, we're going to have a good time. And I'm sure y'all some clips of that Hulu special, Foolish, that's coming out May the 30th. The Dania Beach Improv. We're going to have a good time. Now, y'all need to go ahead and reserve that now because you know how it is. You know how turned up it be. Black Tony, what's up? Hey.
Hello. Good morning, Ricky.
Yeah, who is it? What's up, Black Tony?
No, this is not Black Tony. This is Human Research Supervisor Director Bob Wilson Green.
Was that his name last time, right?
No, it was Bob Green Wilson last time.
No, it was no, sir. It's Bob Wilson Green, Supervisor for Human Research Office.
For what company? This company?
For One Radio.
Right. And what's the complaint? What's the problem? Because when human research.
Well, the problem is that we had a big meeting yesterday with all the bosses and all the people in charge of Urban Radio, Urban One Radio, and the company which y'all work for. And we have a meeting. We had a meeting with Miss Hughley, dear Hughley mom, and her son Albert, and the other boss people, and they all agreed that Black Tony have a very valid complaint about things that have not been did for him that what he had asked for.
Right, like what?
In his last contract, and they still haven't come. It still haven't happened, so he's not there.
I mean, if he come to work, it'll come into.
Well, one of the things he asked for, he very, very small things, like he wanted a parking spot with his name on it. Just say Black Tony. Just say Black Tony Park Hill.
Well, we have one for him, but you just can't see it because spider webs is all over. Never use that mother.
And he asked for a special elevator to come up to the floor where the radio station is on,
Black Tony,
where he don't have to ride with other people.
You slipping out of character, man. You sounding like yourself too much.
No, I'm not. I'm Bob. This is Bob Wilson Green.
Just said no, I'm not.
The head of the Human Research Department.
Human Resource Source.
The Human Resource research. Yes. So
Get it together.
look.
Stay in character now.
So look, I'm not gonna be there today because all of these problems. No, because all of these problems was going on need to be resolved, need to be took care of. And until y'all take care of that, he ain't coming back. I promise you, he ain't coming.
Stay in there. Stay in there. Stay in character.
And I don't care who. I don't care who don't like it. If y'all don't resolve these issues, Black Tony will not be there. Now, how about that? Now, and that's what the letter.
Why
say
you
right
taking
there.
it personal?
Huh?
Why you taking it personal?
Because we talking about Black Tony, and Black Tony, he upset right now. And that's why he reported to Human Research and had me to come call and talk for me.
What?
That's why I called to talk, because
you can't even lie straight.
That's why I called to talk for him, because hold on.
Hey, Black Tony. We'll call you.
Lift your hands when I say thank you. It's a solo. God's using me. Don't sing with me right now, Lord. I'm singing alone now. Ma'am, with that mask. Let that mask work for you. I'm singing alone. Lord, I'll be back. No, I'll call on you when I'm ready.
Wait, stop. Stop 1 second, please.
The lady with that mask.
Man, that will wipe me out. Play it one more time. Just right quick. Lift
your hands when I say thank you. It's a solo. God's using me. Don't sing with me right now, Lord. I'm singing alone now. Ma'am, with that mask. Let that mask work for you. I'm singing alone. Lord, I'll be back. No, I'll call on you when I'm ready.
She said, I'll be back. Shut up. But if nothing else on this earth brings tears to my eyes, that would tear me up right there. All right, let me get myself together. All right, Gary, what you got?
Coming up next, y'all, excuse me, I did a smelly, honey. The Diddy story. We're going to talk about Diddy next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wait a minute. Dave, stop it. Dave, please stop. Just one more time. I promise I'll stop. I promise I won't say nothing else this morning on this morning show. Just one more time, Dave. Please.
Lift your hands when I say thank you. It's a solo. God's using me. Don't sing with me right now, Lord. I'm singing alone now. Ma'am, with that mask. Let that mask work for you. I'm singing alone. Lord, I'll be back. No, I'll call on you when I'm ready.
I'll be back.
Brett!
No. Let that mask work for you. I'll be back. I'll be back.
She said, I'll be back. Oh, boy, I'm crying.
I'm singing along.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary, I'm sorry, but we're going to play that for the rest of the morning in between songs. I can't get enough of that. I love her so much. Oh, man, I'm crying. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning.
Gary, I'll be back.
Okay, go ahead on. Good morning, America, honey. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. It's being reported, y'all. Everybody's talking about Diddy's demeanor, y'all, under scrutiny, honey, as the federal trial unfolds, y'all. Now, a lot of people saying MTO has been, honey, inside the courtroom, y'all, every day since the opening statement, y'all, and beyond the dramatic testimony, they said they have been keeping a very close eye on Diddy himself. They say his body language, honey, his reactions, and, honey, his composure, y'all. And much while the courtroom is focused, y'all, on the witnesses, honey, evidence and mounting accusation, it's impossible, y'all, not to notice Diddy's demeanor, which y'all have been, honey, anything but relaxed. Now, each day they're saying, y'all, that the mogul arrives in a beautiful tailored suit flanked by attorneys and security, presenting a calm and calculated image. But once seated inside the courtroom, especially during his intense testimony, he appears very visibly uneasy. Now, MTO courtroom observers, y'all, have noted, y'all, that frequent shifting, honey, in his seat, adjusting his posture, leaning forward and backing in, and they say all classic signs of discomfort. Now, at times, y'all, they say he appears physically uneasy, y'all, squirming in his chair or fidgeting with his clothes. Now, there have also been, honey, moments when courtroom attendants, y'all, exchange glances over odd, sudden noises, y'all, coming from Diddy's direction. Nothing overtly disrupted, y'all, but noticeably enough, y'all, to prompt whispers. Now, this is whether it's the tension of the moment, the stress-related physical symptoms, or something more, y'all. Monday, they say it's clear, y'all, that the mogul is definitely, y'all, entirely, at least, y'all, at ease. Now, while they said they can't certainly say this or appear to, but it's being reported, y'all, that Diddy is frequently, y'all, passing gas while he's on trial.
You know what?
Yes. Now, they said during that emotional and incriminating
I have
testimony...
butterflies I have gas bubbles in my stomach, too, looking at the rest of my life in jail.
Yeah, Ricky, they say he's passing. Now, a lot of people say he already met a friend in jail, probably is why all the gas is being passed, but they're saying that he's definitely passing a lot of gas. And they're saying
that's different food his stomach ain't used to.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So
Brett told me that's why I stopped eating in certain places. Brett said, your stomach can't do that no more.
What?
Yeah.
But
what does a friend in jail have to do with it? I don't understand.
Well, they just said he probably have a friend and just passing gas. I don't know. Maybe he's nervous. I don't know.
Somebody making it in them. They got cook videos now from prison.
What'd you say?
I think you're trying to insinuate something.
Yeah, I think so,
I think
too.
Gary was trying to
I think
insinuate.
so.
I was trying to move past it.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
let's do
I
move past it. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what somebody said. That's what I heard. But anyway, we're going to follow this story and hopefully and pray for y'all that, everything gets... I mean, don't y'all have Rolaids and stuff in jail, Brad? Special K, they didn't have that? Or some kind of stuff they could give you?
Why you keep coming to us for that?
You should know. Did they give you some? Did they give you some when you went?
Well, I just went through.
I'm sure your stomach was upset real bad.
I just went through.
Okay.
So I don't know, but Special K, you have an answer?
No, I don't have an answer.
Okay. All right, but we're going to keep all parties lifted up in prayer and hopefully in prayer for y'all that they give Diddy what he needs so this won't happen, so it won't be disturbing some of the jurors or other people that's in the courthouse. All right, moving on. Tina knows, y'all. They say, baby, this girl setting the record straight again on what really happened, y'all, during that non-viral moment with Rumi. Girl, we heard what happened, girl. Poor Rumi, honey, was just trying to perform, honey. She was having a moment, and they say, girl, you just zested down, honey. That's all what happened. But we love Rumi, and we love Miss Tina, honey, and we love all parties involved in that situation. So it's going to all be all right, y'all. So we're going to keep all parties lifted up in prayer. Now, this is a story, Ricky. This is a very touching, and Rock T, you probably could help me with this story. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Clarissa Shields, honey, she is speaking out. Now, Clarissa Shields is saying, y'all, that she does not have sex for 6 weeks before she fights.
Okay.
6 weeks.
Oh, really?
Most boxers have admitted that.
What?
Yeah. Before they get ready for a big fight, they don't have sex.
That woman stole that, allegedly took that woman's husband, Papoose, and you're going to be with the man and you ain't going to have sex with him for 6 weeks when he was with Remy and he could have did whatever he wanted to do, and you're going to give it him and then make an announcement that you're not having sex for 6 weeks with that man?
Yeah, think about it. If you haven't had sex for a while, as you preparing for a big fight, you ready to release all that on fight night. Think about it.
Well, that's not a
I
good
don't
look.
understand nothing like that.
Me neither.
Wait, you ready to release what?
All that energy, like all that, all that. Just come on, and you know how you feel when you finally release after having sex. Well, if you uptight a little bit and you got all that extra energy built up, you gonna take that out on that fight and that fight that you in.
They say Muhammad Ali did it too.
He did. Yeah, all boxers do it. Well, they say they do it.
Mike Tyson said he used to have sex the day of a fight.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that kind of violence, though? Holding that in and stuff and then going in there and fighting people?
That's the fighting is violent, Gary.
Oh.
That's the point.
Oh, well, honey, I know I ain't fighting. Ricky, you fight?
Not anymore. Not at this age. Nobody fighting.
Your last fight should be in your 30s.
Yeah. I done got into some fight that is up age, but I just changed my environment and stopped going to certain stuff and participating with certain things and with certain organizations. So now my life has been peaceful. I said it. I don't give a damn. What they gonna do?
You're at the age now where you just call the police.
Right.
Yeah.
Just call the police and go on about your business.
They get paid to fight.
And go around people that you don't have to fight.
Yeah.
There you go.
That accept you for who you are and where you from, and hey, what up? Good to see you. And exchange of pleasantries, no jealousy, none of that stuff, and just enjoy life. And nobody got time to fight it to say, what you fighting for?
That you had to go through that. I really did.
I had to go through it too, but I had to learn. One day I'm going to talk about it.
I know.
Yeah.
We all are.
And ain't nobody going to do nothing about it. Everybody's nice individually.
Yeah.
Get around others that they comfortable with, then all of a sudden they emboldened. Oh yeah. So it is what it is.
Message.
Well, I'm glad the queens don't be fighting like that, honey. That's for y'all hetero.
The queens?
The queens don't fight.
You know y'all be windmilling. Get out of here.
And you know what to resolve all this stuff with fights. So today, you know what to resolve all of this. Let's everybody talk about fighting. Listen,
Put your hands when I say
be quiet.
Thank you. It's a solo. God's using me. Don't sing with me right now. Lord, I'm singing alone now. ma'am, with that mask. Let that mask work for you. I'm singing alone. I'll be back. No, I'll call on you when I'm ready.
Gary, they would have had to carry me out there, church, man.
Baby, on the stretcher, honey.
Mask work for you.
The cologne today, y'all, is bronze on. Hi, he say bronze on the Lord and say olive, y'all. For more stories and this, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com and follow me at Gary WDTEA. Thank you, Lord.
Oh no, I don't even know.
I'm singing alone now. I'm singing alone. Ma'am. Let that mask work for you. You love, ma'am.
Somebody tell her stop. Somebody tell her stop.
Let that mask work for you, man. Shut your mouth now.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, the time right now is 27 minutes after the hour, y'all. This week marks 5 years since George Floyd was killed in Minneapolis. His death and others like Breonna Taylor in Louisville sparked a national outrage and has led the Department of Justice to launch investigations into police departments across the country.
Yeah, Ricky, those investigations led to what's called consent decrees, which are court-enforced agreements that require police departments to make serious reforms around the use of force, accountability, and community trust. But just yesterday, the DOJ said they plan to roll some of those back, saying they are too costly and interfere with local control.
Yeah, of course they're going to roll it back. And joining us this morning is one of the most respected voices in civil rights law. My good friend, he's called Black America's Attorney General. Y'all please welcome Attorney Ben Crump.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ben, what up, man? Thank you, man.
Ricky. Thank you, brother. And thank you so much for covering this very important issue this morning.
And Ben, for folks who might not be familiar, what exactly is a police reform? What is a consent decree? And why does the DOJ now looking to step away from it?
You know, Ricky, that's an important question that our community need to know about more than anybody, because consent decrees really affect our livelihood. That is when the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division finds that there's a pattern in practice of where there's discrimination, where there's police excessive use of force, whether it's denial of federal funds. The Civil Rights Division can sue that city or that state, and instead of going to court, the city can make a decision that we will consent to your findings, and we will make an agreement that we are going to do better. And if not, then we will have to go to court and pay the fines. And so what's so troubling, Rickey Smiley, about this is the federal government did that with the city of Minneapolis after the killing of George Floyd. They did that with the city of Louisville after the killing of Breonna Taylor. They did it with Ferguson after the killing of Michael Brown. They were in the process of doing it with Memphis, Tennessee, after the killing of Tyree Nichols. But now with this administration and this Department of Justice headed by Pam Bundy under Donald Trump, they have said, we're just going to back the blue. The hell with the community and the trust that we're trying to build. We just want to make sure the police know that they're absolved of any liability, no matter what they do. And so it is very hurtful. It's not surprising that they were going to do this, but it's still hurtful to Breonna Taylor's mother. It's still so hurtful to George Floyd's family. On the week of Sunday will be the 5th anniversary. Reverend Al and I are going to be down at his grave site with his family and many other supporters, talking about what is the legacy of George Floyd. And now we have to deal with this just infuriating decision by Trump and Pam Bondi. But I tell people, let's use that to reinvigorate ourselves in the fight. Everybody gets comfortable. We can never get comfortable. We can never get complacent because they continue to attack us and everything we stand for, Ricky.
So how are they able to do this? What legal grounds is the Justice Department even using to terminate these consent decrees?
You know, so much about this administration is unprecedented. We see what's going on with immigration. We see how they're attacking HBCU funding, how they are attacking Medicaid and Medicare. So legally, they are doing what I wrote about in my book, Open Season. They're engaging in the legalization of discrimination, and they continue to try, I call it the intellectual justification of discrimination. And what they're doing they are coming up with ways to justify discrimination. So in this instance, what they're trying to say is that the Department of Justice under Biden administration did not look at all the facts and that they should have considered police perspective more. And so normally this would not be able to stand, but because elections have consequences and that Trump has put so many federal judges on the bench for lifetime appointments, and the fact that he's appointed him 3 Supreme Court justices, then it's likely that even though this would be illegal in any other time, right now, this Supreme Court rubber stamps what Donald Trump and his Department of Justice is doing. So our only thing we can do is make sure that we take back one of the branches of government to be able to check him. 2026 is going to be important if we can have Hakeem Jeffries as the Speaker of the House to be denying all these things. But right now, to answer your question, I don't expect the United States Supreme Court to help us get equal justice on this matter.
Hey Ben, can you can you hold on a second? Could I bring you in on the other side?
Absolutely, Frank.
All right, y'all. More Ben Crump coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only Ben Crump on with us. Ben, I want to ask you a two-part question. Are we in a constitutional crisis? And what happened when the president or his administration don't abide by a court order, like he got control of the military? It's almost like, what you gonna do? What can you do?
Well, have always been able to overcome the enemies of equality trying to oppress us. And right now, they are being very direct about it. They're not being subjective or implicit. They are letting us know we're attacking everything, diversity, equity, and inclusion that we believe benefit black people, even though it benefits white people more than black people, well, white women especially, attacking black history, black culture, black literature, everything. And Ricky, the constitutional limits are being stretched, the elasticity of the Constitution are being stretched by this administration in unprecedented ways in our lifetime. But when you look at history, Ricky, and that's why we all have to be students of history, this isn't the first time these populist white supremacist presidents have tried to do things to really hurt the progress of minorities in America. So what we got to do is still not have a defeatist mentality, because like our fraternity taught us, like so many of our black colleges taught us, we have to be strategic. Like with all these consent decrees, Minneapolis is still a Democratic-controlled city, so we got to make sure they do it. If we can't count on the federal government, then we go to state government, then we go to city governments. There's always a way for us to continue to keep our eyes on the prize and move ahead. This Trump administration won't be able to keep black people down, just like Andrew Jackson, just like none of these conservative administrations did. And the one thing I will say, Rickey Smiley, to you, your whole nationwide audience, we got to remember as black people that we done been through too many thunderstorms in American history to be worried about a few raindrops. I represent Malcolm X's estate in the lawsuit against NYPD and the FBI. We have to remember what Malcolm taught us, what Marcus Garvey taught us. We have to start thinking globally and not just nationally. I mean, black people all over the world, we have to build up the diaspora and strengthen it, because they're attacking us all. So we will get through this constitutional crisis, and we will come out better for it, because our children will know that we in a war and we have to fight. I think some black people don't understand, Ricky, that we're in a war right now. They are attacking us, and we need to wake up.
Yep.
Go ahead, Kay.
Ben, I was saying, I don't think there is really any resolution to any of these legal matters until the Congress and the Senate changes, hopefully in 2026, because they just are not going to pay attention to anybody's concerns that don't align with their philosophy up until they're forced to do it.
Hey, I just want to ask, what are your thoughts on the Diddy trial from a legal standpoint, Ben?
Well, as a lawyer, I still think it's an overreach, because I'm not seeing the RICO or the sex trafficking. It seems like a horrible case of domestic violence. But to say it's sex trafficking and it's RICO charges, it creates a dangerous precedent, because now black men especially, they can start just coming up with creative ways to put federal charges on us. And with this Department of Justice, all of us better be aware. If you've ever had a woman come and visit you across state lines, are we now going to start saying this is sex trafficking? We have to be very careful with that we set on these cases. And so I believe, as a lawyer, just casually observing, because there are more important things in the world than the Diddy trial, that is, I think it's 50-50 at best. I think it's an overreach, and I think that it sets a terrible precedent.
Wow. That's wow. Even with all the testimony you heard thus far.
Hey, Ricky, it's a terrible precedent, because, they can just start going back in everybody's past and start trying to say, oh, well, we think that we're going to call that sex trafficking. What about the people who sit in, I don't even want to get into it, but when white men are accused of sex crimes and they convicted, they get to go occupy the White House, but black men end up going in prison?
You better say it.
We got to look at this big picture here. We can't be getting caught up with the people trying to protect women and white adjacent looking people and just make black men be just nefarious and evil at every turn. It's all about image. That's what the W.B. Du Bois understood, the NAACP Image Awards, because images stay in our subconscious mind a lot more than any words we will ever say. And so when you think about whether it's Diddy or any other black man, it's still this subjective messaging that's going out that black men are animals, that they're barbaric, that they're sexual deviants and all this kind of stuff. So, and I know I'm not defending anything what Diddy is doing. Girl Dad is sickening. But when we look at the bigger picture, let's don't set bad precedents where they can put black men in prison for the least things. And they're building these private prisons with this president for a reason. And they're not going to be putting their children in these private prisons for profit. They're going to be putting people that look like you and me, Ricky.
Yeah. Ben, we got to have you come on. Ben, please come on the show more. Please. Yeah. I know you ripping and running, and but the information, because one thing about this, the liberal media, they ain't gonna have a conversation with you about what we talking about right now, and you probably one of our only outlets that you can come and share this information, because they're not talking about this on CNN and MSNBC. It's a real conversation. Ben, whenever you available, I'll let you come on anytime, bro, for real. Because we really appreciate this information. Ben, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, at attorney Ben Crump, bencrump.com. Ricky, we celebrated Malcolm, what would have been his 100th birthday on Monday. Man, we're going to get justice for Malcolm, and we're going to keep fighting to get justice no matter how long it takes.
Yeah.
The enemies of equality won't win. And so, Ricky, you do what you do, I'm going to do what I do, and everybody know we got a role to play in this struggle for justice and equality for our people.
Yes, sir. Love you, dog. Ben Crump. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
What up, everybody? Good to be with y'all this morning.
Happy to have you.
Man, so I told you on Monday, man, that we leaning in. And so every third Monday and Thursday, I am literally going to be bigging up folks that are doing incredible work on the ground. And so I'm actually in Cleveland right now. So from my hometown, listening on 93 FM WZAK, this sister sent to me from Village of Healing. She said, I enjoy listening to you on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This morning you said you wanted to know about people doing real work in their community. I work for Village of Healing, a community development organization with a new approach to community wellness. We work to eliminate social determinants of health and decrease health disparities. In 2022, under the umbrella of Village of Healing, we opened the Village of Healing Center, Cuyahoga County's first and only Black-led and operated medical center with all Black providers, focused on the health and mental health care of Black families. Y'all listen, so check it out. I've talked to several people on the ground in Cleveland, and these sisters all said they had good experiences. That doesn't mean everybody will, but please, at least when we have people that are investing in resources for our health and hiring our folks to do it, that is a huge and wonderful deal. So Village of Healing, big up to you. I think, Rick, it just, man, I probably got about 500 people reaching out. This brother, Florida Marvin, said, hey, Jeff, I just want to say thank you for what you do. I was listening to the segment this morning and wanted to shine some light on someone that does great things in Central Florida area, Kerry Wiggins Sr. and Brent Henderson. These guys are doing big things with their nonprofit and definitely giving back to the community in ways that's going to elevate our youth for the rest of their lives. So big shout out to Unity Youth Association in Sanford, Florida. I'm going to keep lifting us who are lifting us in these crazy times. And I just don't want to talk about nonprofits, but tell me some stories, y'all, of who you're doing business with, how you are now able to elevate your company in ways that you weren't able to when you were trying to do it by yourself. I want stories about us working with us, for us, and winning, so that we stop this narrative that in the midst of this insanity, we cannot be as great as we have always been. We just got to talk about it. We just got to share it, and we got to live it. So y'all hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Let me know. And like I said, every third Monday and Thursday, we're going to be bigging up those in the community that are working with each other to survive these turbulent and crazy times. And we only can do that because of this amazing, incredible show, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, that actually cares about the people that make this show what it is. So, Rick, I love you. I appreciate you for this opportunity to share what the people who love us love doing for us.
Hey, love you too, Jeff, man. Appreciate it. And people deserve, a lot of people do so many good things in the community.
They do.
And they don't get recognized for it. And I really like that for you to be able to do that, because people are out here just blood, sweat, and tears, and nobody even know about it. And thank you for bringing that to the light. Jeff, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Absolutely, y'all. Hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. And we're going to keep this going, man. Y'all have a fantastic Thursday, and enjoy the weekend. I'll talk to y'all next week.
There it is, y'all.
News headlines. Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Hey, Ricky, it's Thursday, May 22nd. Here's what's happening in the news. Well, it took all night, but House lawmakers have now passed President Trump's big old beautiful bill. It cleared the House with a razor-thin vote of 215 to 214. Every Democrat and 2 Republicans voted no this morning. In other news, New Jersey Congresswoman LaMonica McIver is now facing up to 16 years in prison over assault charges from a protest at a Newark ICE detention center earlier this month. She's accused of assaulting federal agents while they were trying to arrest Newark Mayor Ross Baraka. McIver tells MSNBC that this whole thing is political.
Well, I think, one, this is political intimidation from the Trump administration. I mean, me being charged is absurd, especially when I'm just there to do my job. The confusion and the chaos that you see was caused by ICE officials and Homeland Security. They created this unnecessary situation by arresting the mayor.
McIver,
I agree.
Yeah, they did. If you look at the video, it is so like she barely touches it. She's just kind of getting him off of her. McIver joined a quick virtual hearing yesterday, and she was released on her own recognizance. Now, she did not enter a plea. 2 women in New Orleans are now facing charges for helping inmates stay on the run after that May 16th jailbreak. Police say Courtney Harris drove the escapees around the city while Cravante Baptiste brought food to one hiding in an abandoned house. 5 inmates are still...
Oh, yeah, they hid.
Yeah.
They hid.
Yeah. Well, 5 inmates are still on the run. For info on these stories and more, go to Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
They should have did what Andy Dufresne did on Shawshank Redemption.
What is that?
When Andy Dufresne wrote that letter to Morgan Freeman, told him to go get that money out from up under that rock, and he got on the trailway bus and went somewhere, and they ended up on the beach. Y'all remember Shawshank Redemption?
I do remember. Here's a look at
break,
sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Halliburton. He'll take it. He'll backpedal, a 3 for the win, and goal! He got it!
Say, man, the Indiana Pacers pull off what may go down as top 3 best fourth quarter comebacks of all time. They were down 17 points. They scored 20 points in 2 minutes and 26 seconds behind sharp 3-point shooting by Aaron Naismith. He had 30 points on the night, 8 of 9 from long distance, including 6 threes in a row. Tyrese Halliburton hit the circus 3-point buzzer shot that would have won the game, but his toe was on the line, so it was only a 2-point shot, forced overtime, and then they won in overtime, man. And Halliburton, former Pacer, did that Reggie Miller hands around the neck like they choked. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing, man. I don't know if you got a chance to watch this, Rick. The New York Knicks may have just lost the series. Remember that game. Remember game 1. And I know there's 7 games in the series. You still got to win. Pacers still got to win 3 more, whatever. But they may have just lost the doggone series with that one, man. So
Yeah, because they was playing hard. It's almost like they're giving it they all. But it seems like everything with Indiana, everything is coming easy to them. You can always watch and tell who's going to win, because if it's harder for a team to get points as opposed to other team getting buckets, maybe the same buckets, but they're having an easier time doing it or whatever, that lets you know right there which way the needle gonna move. Do that make sense?
Yeah, man. Knicks look a little bit tired, too. I mean, they got out there. They jumped out on them. but they got a little tired down the stretch. Then they was trying to play not to lose, got a little bit in cruise control.
Yep.
But give it up to the Indiana Pacers, man. They did what they were supposed to do. So Oklahoma City Thunder superstar Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man, wins the NBA MVP. Nikola Jokic finished second. And, of course, Western Conference Finals Game 2 is tonight between Minnesota and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we're going to be tuned in watching that. That's my quick sports report right there. Brett got the hot spot.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rick's about the morning show time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Chris Brown got out of jail yesterday, y'all, and he was granted a hefty $6.7 million bail bond in London court stemming from the 2023 alleged assault in the UK. Chris Brown posted a message on social media saying that he was heading from the cage to the stage beginning June 8th. His Breezy Bowl will not be affected by the legal drama. And the Breezy Bowl is the concert that he has coming up. So the concert begins and he will be able to make those dates. So now he can get back to focusing on his tour alongside Janae Aiko, Summer Walker, and Bryson Tiller. Moving on, y'all, Eazy-E is set to be resurrected by his son with the help of AI. His son, Lil Eazy-E, says there are multiple projects in the works that will use his father's voice and likeness thanks to AI. He said, I actually got a sample of him talking to me. It made my mind go into another route with the possibilities we can do with AI. I have a project I've been dreaming about doing, and it simultaneously tells you the story of his life and my life. Lil Eazy-E also teased the duet album with an AI version of his father. What y'all think about that?
I just got to get a better understanding of AI and all the stuff that comes with it. It's definitely, I just need to. I don't really understand it fully.
Yeah, so I guess it'll be his son's voice and his voice, like maybe if they was doing a duet.
Almost like Natalie Cole and Nat King Cole did the video. Like,
You can recreate pretty much anything now.
Kind of scary.
That's scary.
And weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that with somebody, one of my loved ones that passed, because I don't know, that might make me kind of sad.
It would. It
I
would.
don't know. Yeah, that's.
Don't do it.
I'm not. Y'all, moving on. Jennifer Peace, a woman who claims to have dated Al Cowlings, who is O.J. Simpson's longtime friend, claims that Cowlings told her O.J. Simpson confessed to the double murder of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. Lord, why is this even coming up, Lord? He ain't even here no more. Jennifer alleged, right? Jennifer.
Al Cowlings, is he still living, right?
I don't know.
The one that was driving the Bronco.
Yeah, he was the one that was driving. Yeah, look like he.
And we want to keep Al B. Sure lifted up in prayer. He lost his mom.
Yes.
That video was really sad.
It was sad.
My condolences to him and his family.
Ooh, that was sad. It was so personal.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, Jennifer alleges that on the night of the murders, O.J. called Cowlings in a state of hysteria, repeatedly saying, I didn't mean to do it. I've done something terrible. I didn't mean for things to turn out this way. She said that Cowlings expressed remorse, stating she didn't deserve that. She was a good mother and a nice lady. She shouldn't have been killed that way. Allegedly, Cowlings mentioned that O.J. Simpson had become obsessed with Ron Goldman after seeing him drive Nicole's Ferrari and had been stalking him to intimidate him into ending the relationship with Nicole. Girl, where you been?
Right. And by the way, he is still alive, Al Cowlings.
Oh.
Girl, where you been?
Well, he need to tell it.
Right?
He don't have to tell it. But
he ain't telling it. The woman that dating him is telling it.
Right.
But you think you're telling her during pillow talk that, honey, what really happening? But, I mean, do we even care anymore now?
I don't think anything.
Everybody gone.
Yeah.
Everybody's.
That pillow talk ain't no joke, boy.
Yeah, y'all gotta watch what y'all say.
Confession. Usher said confessions.
Come on now. Every time I was in L.A., I was with my ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
what?
My God.
Oh, Lord. All right, y'all, we gonna wrap up.
Super Day, before we go, can we just do a dedication just real quick?
A dedication?
Yeah, just real quick. Everybody
Lift
be
your
quiet.
hands when I say thank you. It's a solo. God's using me. Don't sing with me right now, Lord. I'm singing alone now. Ma'am, with that mask. If that mask work for you, I'm singing along. Lord, I'll be back. No, I'll call you when I'm